Hey, what's poppin', Bernard Trading Group? This is I Can't Wait for It. And today we're going to be going over Bollinger Bands. And this is going to be a several part series. Hands down, Bollinger Bands is my favorite thing to talk about. And so I've got a lot to cover, and I've got to keep them in small little chunks so you guys will stay, pay attention to it and not fall asleep on me. And so what we're going to cover in this part is what is a Bollinger Band? How do I add it to my charts? Why do I want more lines on my charts? Every time I look at your charts, it gives me a migraine or it looks like a big bowl of spaghetti. I don't understand how you see anything in all that. It's because I'm taking in a lot more than most people are taking in when I'm looking at my charts, and I'm not looking at the price action. I'm looking at how everything interacts with each other. And so my goal is not to get you to make your charts like mine. My goal is to get you to understand why my charts look like they look. And then to be able to understand what's going on when I say certain things, and so that way you can follow when I'm saying that a certain stock might take a dip or do this or it needs to get to one or it looks like a bloodthirsty piranha or it looks like a sleeping dragon, or whatever it is that I'm saying. I'm using all kinds of simulation or symbolic pattern or verbiage to simulate what's really going on in the market, and I want you to be able to follow what's going on at all times. So let's go ahead and get started. A Bollinger Band was made by a guy named John Bollinger, and what he did was he created an equation that basically takes a given set of amount of candles in the past, and if you click on this right on the actual line right here, it pulls it up. And so my Bollinger Bands are set to a length of 21, which is I think one different from the normal, and it's a you have the deviations are what create the bubble around the price action. And so it's set to a standard deviation of 2, a negative 2 for this one, and a positive 2 for that one. And it's on a simple average type. So no extra, like we're not taking the average or the weighted version of it, or where it opened, or only where it closed, or anything like that. It's just a simple moving average that makes this Bollinger Band. I colored them both teal. I made the middle one dotted, so I know that that's the mean. The mean is the middle here. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. This is the mean. This is your upper Bollinger Band, and this is your bottom Bollinger Band. Okay, and so I should go ahead and write these on here. I know I should have done that in the beginning. I'm sorry, so I'm going to do it right now. And say mean, and then drag that to right there, and then put this down here, bottom, Bollinger Band. And Bollinger spelled with two L's. And then I'm going to put this right here. Okay. So neat trick, if you didn't already know, if you use Thinkorswim, and you have to normally come up here and hit the drawings things to get all your things, your drawing tools and stuff, and you have two different menus got to open up to get to it and everything. Or you can have a shortcut menu down here where it's just one button, or you can have one that pops up over here. It has these buttons right here as well. Or you can forego all that and just click the middle wheel of your mouse in, and it pops up wherever your mouse is, and then you can just select whatever you want and use it there. And so, quick little tip. I know that's not Bollinger Band worthy, but you know what? Why not? So, how do I add them to my charts? And I think I'm going to cut it short from there because I'm going to start another video where we can actually dig into what a Bollinger Band is, because I probably monologued a little bit too long on this one. So, anyways, how to add it. If you go to your studies over here to the far right, at the top right of your chart, it's got a little beaker or like a chemistry beaker. You can click it there and add study, and it's probably not in the pre-list right here. So you can just go to all studies and go to AB, or yep, AB. And then another menu pops up, and you can go down to Bollinger Bands right here and click it there, or hit it with a rewind. You can right click on your screen, go down to Studies down here at the bottom, come over to Edit Studies or Add Studies. You can do the exact same thing with the menu, or you go to Edit Studies like this, and then I have all these hidden right here. Look at all this mess. Yeah. Um, and that's not even all of them. That's like half that I use. So you come over here to this blank spot right here and you type in B. Oh yes, you're gonna learn all of them. You just wait. I know you're saying to yourself, I can't wait for it. I know, I want you to say my name over and over again, but that's not here or there. Right now, we're talking about Bollinger Bands, so let's focus, okay? So now, you type in BOL in the search box, and it comes up with Bollinger Bands. And so that's the one you want to use. There's a bunch of different ones here or whatever, and there's different things, but for our simplicity's sake, you can click this here, and it gives you a breakdown of um, of what it is. And so let's kind of cliff note this here a little bit. The upper band represents the overbought level, while the lower one represents the oversold level. Trading might be profitable at either low price or high price relative to the market and prior to price action. However, price approaching or bouncing off either band is not necessarily a sign of reversal or breakthrough. So, it kind of glimpses it there. But you double click this, it pops up over here. You can want to use my settings so that way you can see what I'm seeing. It's 21 is the one you change. Standard deviation of 2 for both. Change your colors to one color. Use a dotted line for the middle so you know it's the mean. All right. So how do I use it? All right. Well, let's stay tuned for part 2. I feel like that's a question for part 2. We're going to come in on part 2, and I'm going to show you how you actually use a Bollinger Band and how price action works against it. All right. So thanks for coming and watching. If you've got any questions, post them below. We'll answer them for you. Stay tuned for the next part. I appreciate you. I can't wait for it. I'll see you soon.